We're going to be technical advisors on Street Heat. That's a television show.
Cut. Run it.
This will be my first Hollywood rap party. He's running around this town disfiguring people with acid.
Secure all the gates.
I want you both to do something safe and quiet.
Captain said you were interested in reality.
I would lose my head over this.
Works for me.
What about my tooth, Hunter? Hunter, it's killing me. This tooth is driving me nuts.
Yeah, we should have thought about that, Jesse, before you knocked out the dentist.
Man, the dude was coming at me with a needle. You know how I feel about needles.
I want you to know, normally I'm a very meek individual.
Right. You collect china and you paint little bunnies on eggshells. I have to listen to this?
Book this guy on assault and battery, resisting arrest, and as soon as the victim is released from the hospital, he will be down here to press charges.
Hey, what about my tooth, Hunter? I'm gonna go berserk. You gotta do something.
Hold that.
I'm gonna tear this place apart.
Excuse me. Come here. Now, your tooth really bothers you, huh?
Man, I'm dying. My head's on fire.
Now, I can take care of this for you, Jesse, free of charge, but it's going to cause you some pain.
Man, you gotta do something.
Now, you sure about this? Because I normally don't do this.
Hunter, I'm gonna explode. You gotta help me.
Well, is that better?
Yeah.
Attaboy. Book him!
Hope they cover that in his dental plan.
Yeah.
Did you or didn't you tell me when I took over this job that you would shape up and start following regulations?
Well, if I recall correctly, it was you that was telling me.
And you agreed, right?
Yes.
Hell, we even shook hands on it. So now I get 10 dozen hot calls from the fire chief to the controller's office to our own chief himself about a high-speed pursuit involving one Sergeant Hunter that's going to cost this city a fortune. Now, you do know the rules on hot pursuit, right?
Yes.
You avoid them in downtown areas where people can get hurt, right?
Yes.
You call for assistance, you call for air surveillance, and you don't try to outrun someone on Wilshire Boulevard.
And he knew that, too. I almost had this guy when he went south on Wilshire.
By that time, you should have called in the choppers and dropped out, Hunter.
Hey, what rules are we talking about here? Del Rio's wanted on a triple homicide. I mean, if there's no rules about letting a triple murderer get away, sure as hell ought to be.
Well, homicide, triple murder, he's wanted for armed robbery.
Captain, the call came in on our radio. Del Rio shot his girlfriend and two of her brothers in Boyle Heights.
And we got him and nobody got hurt.
How about 70 feet of display window at Bullock's? How about 4 fire hydrants that turned the Ambassador Hotel's front lawn into a lake? Now, we've already logged over 80 complaints. We'll probably get hit with half a dozen lawsuits by the time this is over, and what?
Personnel photos you requested, sir? I think we'll find our man in here for the chief's recruitment poster.
Bernie, I thought they transferred you to internal affairs.
Yes, I did, Hunter. Just helping out the captain here on a special project. Sorry to hear about your little joyride today. Pedal to the metal.
All right. I think you've both got the message. So enough said. Report to this address.
Satakoy and Vineland?
You're going to be technical advisors on Street Heat. That's a television show.
Oh, wait a minute. Isn't there some sort of a rule in the book against the misuse of police personnel?
Or are we just being punished for taking a homicidal maniac off the streets?
Look, I want you both to do something safe and quiet till the fallout from this high-speed chase is gone and forgotten. Now, the producer of Street Heat is a personal friend of mine, Bay Fettner. And I promised to send him 2 real-life detectives.
Send him Bernie.
He's expecting the 2 of you. He feels the show's gotten away from reality, and I'd like you to point out to him where.
Captain, these are the 3 candidates I picked out. If you don't mind, Lieutenant Martell suggested I submit this one as well.
Oh, Bernie, if I was you, I'd go for the one with more authority and jawline.
Don't ask me why, but this is your new car. Captain's orders.
You know something, McCall? I think you're right. The captain is trying to punish us.
You call this punishment? I call this great.
Now, wait a minute. If it wasn't for the fact that you and I were going to go babysit on Bay Fentner's television company, which car in this compound do you think we'd be issued, huh? Take a look around. Pick one out.
Well, that one over there is a sure bet.
Like that one? Sold. We'll take it, Fern.
Are you nuts?
Now, come on, man. The captain says give Hunter the best car on the lot. This is it. Now take it, please.
Hunter, you're crazy. How can you pass up this beautiful piece of machinery for that piece of junk?
What did the captain say that Bay Fentner wanted on his television show? Reality, right? That's reality. So, do you watch it?
Watch what?
Street Heat.
Oh, yeah, well, I've seen bits and pieces of it, turning the dial, you know.
Bits and pieces, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't watch it every week. I've probably seen it once or twice or something like that. It's not exactly the highlight of my Tuesday night, you know.
Come on, McCall, admit it. This guy Hendricks that plays Street sends out vibes on your wavelength, doesn't he? From what I understand, women can't get enough of this guy. Who knows? This could be your big opportunity here today.
If you're trying to say, could I sing a duet with somebody like J.J. Hendricks? In a minute.
This is Street. Tell him to send a meat wagon to 5th in Alvarado. Tell Captain Grayson Frankie T got his ticket punched. Permanently.
And cut. Print it.
There you go. Oh,
Good job. You know, if this J.J. Hendricks keeps flashing you those pearly whites, you're gonna need to buy an awful large pair of sunglasses.
Hunter, can I help it if the guy likes what he sees?
Oh, come on. Look at the way they dress the guy.
Charlie, what's this old heap doing here? Or is this the one we're gonna wreck during the chase?
No, this is my car.
Your car? You must be kidding.
Captain said you were interested in reality.
Oh, come on, you're putting me on.
Speaking of reality, you know, as a producer of this television show, I'd be more concerned about how you dress your star. I mean, a real cop, a real police officer would never have his cuffs hanging that close to his weapon.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I heard a lot about you, Hunter. Captain Weiler tells me some interesting stories about you.
I'd like to hear them.
Tony, come here. Hey, I see you met a couple of Metro's finest. Stu, I'd like you to meet Sergeants McCall and Hunter.
How do you do?
Hi.
Stu's head of publicity, so be nice to him. Have you thought about it? Like, maybe dinner tonight?
Well, I would love to, but I've already made other plans for tonight.
How about the rap party? I mean, you gotta at least stop by the rap party. I'd love for you to be there.
JJ, the reporter from the Times, is still waiting.
All right, you can't keep the press waiting, can you? But I'll catch you guys later. Bay, get them anything they want. Bye.
Ciao.
Terrific guy. A prince. You folks need something? Just holler.
I need some coffee.
Hunter, come on, it's showbiz. Glamour, excitement.
J.J. Hendricks.
Why don't you just relax? Just lighten up, will you? A lot of interesting people here on this set. You never know who you might meet.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, are you the police officers they sent down here?
Yeah, we certainly are. This is Sergeant McCall. I'm Sergeant Hunter.
Oh, wow. I bet it's exciting being involved in police work.
Ah, yes, it is. Although we don't get shot at as much as you in street do, in our case, the bullets are real.
Well, that's what bothers me. I wanted to talk to you about that. How it feels when the bullets are real.
I feel the same way about you. Why don't you swing by? You know I hate unwinding alone. Yeah, me too, baby. I'll show you how much I love you. Oh, honey. Hey. Hello? Hello?
She just couldn't help playing the hero, could you?
Who found the body?
Girlfriend, Cindy Larwin. She's pretty shaken up, but who wouldn't be? This one's liable to give me nightmares.
What'd the coroner have to say about the probable cause of death?
Fractured skull. Looks like this was a murder weapon.
Give me a plastic sack, would you, Ray? Thanks. I want you to have the lab look at this ring. See if they can come up with any type of skin fragments on it, would you?
What's your problem with this, Hunter?
Probably the same problem you got with it.
Yeah, well, mine is, why something like acid? Why would somebody come in here and burn off Hendricks' face and then kill him? That doesn't track. Excuse me, where's the witness?
He was just lying there. At first, I thought he was stretched out in front of the fireplace. Then I saw his face.
Try not to think about it. Just try to put it out of your mind.
We're gonna be married. Nobody knew that, but it's true. Everybody thought JJ was this Mr. Macho because of the show. He wasn't. He was just this wonderful guy who loved me. I'm pregnant. When I told JJ, he was so excited. He said all he wanted to do was be with me and have babies. I know that sounds crazy. But it's all he could talk about. This was going to be his last season on the show. He was going to do movies. He wouldn't have to work so hard. We could be together more. He loved me. He really did.
Bay Fettner's been calling me. I've been avoiding his calls. I don't know what to say to him. Do you have anything at all that I could tell him?
Yeah, I have something. Fettner called Hendricks a real prince. Well, I checked him out. The guy wasn't a prince. He was a creep. He hit on me, hit on every girl around. He got some poor girl named Cindy Larwin pregnant and into thinking that she was the only woman in his life. And who knows how many more there were. And I think with a guy like that, you got a lot of motive.
I want a list of all the women that Hendricks was involved with.
You got it. I'm working on it.
The medical examiner's office reports that Hendricks was sprayed with acid, then killed. Now, my question to you is, why would you kill somebody when he only came there to disfigure him?
It's a good question. You got a good answer?
Well, we found fragments of latex rubber and red dye on Hendricks' ring. Now, perhaps this fellow he was fighting with was wearing some sort of a Halloween mask. And in the struggle, he revealed himself, and the guy had no other alternative but to kill him.
Okay, we're moving. But I got a question. How do you do it?
Do what?
I send you away from here to get you out of my hair for a while, and a homicide case, a media event case no less, falls right into your laps. How do you manage that?
Extremely lucky, I guess.
Remember that rap party I was invited to?
Yes, I do. But I don't believe they're going to have too much to celebrate now, do you?
You don't know Hollywood, Hunter.
Is this my imagination, or did we just step down into a male beauty contest?
It's called Looking for the New Guy, Hunter. The role doesn't exactly call for a female lead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, so glad you could make it.
Nice turnout.
I know how this must look. I mean, it's only been 2 days after it all happened, right? You didn't know JJ. He wouldn't want his friends being depressed. He'd want them out, having fun like this, sharing the joy of knowing you.
A guy like JJ must have had a lot of good friends.
Oh, he's one of the best-liked guys in our business. He was a real sweetheart. And the man was a caring individual, you know what I mean? People's feelings meant a lot to him.
Yeah, I guess he was a real saint.
Hey! Hey, babe, how are you?
Alan, baby, so glad you could make it. Enjoy yourself. Alan.
I just had to get out of there.
I know what you mean. Now, Cindy, if I can help you with anything, please.
You've already done enough already, Peg. You were there when I needed a friend. I just don't understand it. Every time I get involved with someone, something terrible happens.
What you need is some work, something to keep you busy and help you through all this. Now, it'll be a couple of months before your show, so...
I just don't think I'm up to it. Maybe after the baby's born.
They got an APB out on a car. Probably wind up being stolen from some parking lot.
You two got here fast.
Well, we were already here.
We were invited, guests of your friend, Mr. Fentner.
You were here and the guy got away.
Yeah, we were here and he got away.
Couldn't hold on to him, huh?
No.
Sergeant Hunter saved my life. If it wasn't for his actions and Sergeant McCall's quick thinking, I'd probably be on my way to a burn unit right now.
This is Peggy Sullivan. She's the casting director on the Street Heat series.
Did you get any kind of a look at all this guy?
Yes, I did. I've been afraid to say this because I really didn't see him that well. But for a split second, I thought of David Talon.
Oh, with the ski mask on?
I'm a casting director. I study actors' physiques, you know, the way they walk, talk. There was something about his silhouette, his posture. I'm not saying it was David. I mean, it couldn't be, but...
David Talon, I've heard of him.
He was the original lead on Street Heat. There was an accident and JJ replaced him on the show.
What happened?
Well, he was into drugs long before he got the job. With success, it got worse. It got to the point where he was freebasing one day in his dressing room and it blew up in his face. And he decided to blame all of us for what happened.
What do you mean, blame all of you for what happened?
David Talon was not one of your nicer people in this world. He was neurotic. He was under analysis for years. And he was convinced that one of us or all of us on the show tampered with his equipment to get rid of him.
Well, I see you decided to live in that shirt.
Don't worry about her. She loves the men's room, don't you?
Called you last night. Nobody answered. Where were you?
I was out jogging.
Oh, is that what they call that now?
You're a laugh riot, Alice. A squirt gun killer. I got it from Peg Sullivan last night.
I want to tell you something. David Talon was one of the few patients I've treated who had absolutely no redeeming qualities. He had such an ego, medical terminology didn't cover it until after his accident. Then he developed some classic paranoid characteristics.
Paranoid enough to kill people?
It's always a possibility.
Look, Doc, we're aware of the medical ethics here, but maybe you can help us out. You must have copies of your discussions with him, notes, tapes, something that we can get a look at.
You must be kidding. David Talon is my patient. The tapes are confidential. I won't let you see a thing.
Your patient's a murderer. He's running around this town disfiguring people with acid.
The answer, Sergeant, is no. You can try for a search warrant if you like, but you won't get one. Not from any court I've ever heard of.
What a charmer. He's right, you know. There's no way we're going to get a judge to give us a court order to get at those records.
Well, that doesn't mean we can't get them with a little bit of imagination now, does it?
Hunter, are you sure you want to go around one more time with the captain?
Well, what would you like to do? Sit around and wait for this Talon guy to give Peggy Sullivan an acid bath?
Play.
Who are you? Where's Laura? Wait a minute, you can't go in there. Where's Laura? I'm sorry, dog. What'd you say? I can't hear nothing with these things.
Where's Laura?
Laura. Laura had to go to the airport to pick up her mother.
Yes, your mother's coming in from Fresno, and believe me, this is a real drag, and you would know exactly what I'm talking about if you ever met a mother.
You can't do this now. You can't do this now. Huh? You're not supposed to show up until 6 o'clock. Dr. Bresley has a 4 o'clock appointment.
4 o'clock. Well, my watch says it's 3 o'clock here. 3 o'clock. I can be in and out of here in half an hour, no problem. But see, like, if I don't get to clean this office today, then I have to come back for next weekend. And then the doctor's gonna come in here. He's gonna start popping them bad breath mints he's always taking. He pops them in and gets a little tinfoil stuck back in his teeth. He throws it all over the carpet, and I personally happen to think this looks very disgusting. But if you don't want me to vacuum, hey, no problem.
Okay, but you gotta be out of here in 15 minutes.
15 minutes, fine. Half an hour, 15. Okay, I'll do this. Okay? 15 minutes.
Wild cold ice.
What did you say? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
They were jealous. They all knew I was what held the show together. I was the star, man, and they knew it.
How much longer are you gonna be? Huh? You said this would only take 15 minutes.
Seconds. I will be gone in mere seconds.
They all conspired to get me. Every one of them had his own reason for wanting me off that show. They rigged that ether to explode. JJ, that creep Fettner, and the slut. They couldn't wait to get rid of me.
We've been through all this before. It was an accident. Just an unfortunate accident. And no one tampered with your freebasing equipment. Can't you get that straight?
This is L56. I got a possible 187 at Dave Fettner's place. 1133 St. Waverly Road. We're on our way there now. Request a backup. And make sure you send a unit over to Peg Sullivan's place. Out.
It just came in, Sergeant. Bay Fettner was found 10 minutes ago. Someone attacked him with acid. Same M.O. as the Hendricks case.
Is he alive?
According to the paramedics, he'll live, but he'll be badly scarred.
Well, you better tell Captain Weiler. Fettner's a good friend of his. What about that number we got from Talon's psychiatrist? Did you get an address on that?
The Statman Hotel over on 3rd and Fountain.
L56 out.
This guy really ought to have his locks changed.
Hunter?
Yeah.
Paycheck stub from the Sunset Wax Museum. Nothing like a walk through Murderer's Row, huh? I don't know about you, but this place gives me the creeps.
Hey, what are you doing here? I didn't hear anyone knock. In case you didn't see it, there's a sign out front that says employees only.
We assume, Mr. Talon, you've been listening to the news. We also assume you're aware that a lot of people you knew or once worked with are now dead or in the hospital with their faces burned off.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that on the radio. It's too bad.
Yeah, it was. I guess you also know then that J.J. Hendricks was found mutilated and murdered at his home on Thursday night. I guess you knew him pretty well, didn't you?
No, not very well. He was just a guy who did walk-ons in the street, he'd say. Don't expect me to grieve for the guy.
I'm gonna ask you where you were Thursday night. That's the night J.J. Hendricks got his face burned off and his brains bashed in. But before I do, Sergeant McCall wants to give you a message.
You have the right to remain silent.
Oh, hey. I used to recite that crap on my show, so forget about it. Thursday night, let's see. Oh, yes, I was taking in a movie. I like to sit in the dark. Maybe you and I can have a cup of coffee. I'll tell you all about it. Pretty good likeness, huh? Yeah, ever since old JJ died, he's hotter than ever. We're making up a new bunch of figures of him. I just found this old headline around. Thought I'd get rid of it.
I bet a guy like you has access to a lot of chemicals and acids, huh?
Hey, if you've got some kind of case against me, arrest me. And I'll call my lawyer, and we'll see what happens. If not, why don't you leave?
Look, what happened to you was a terrible, tragic accident, but what you're doing now is not going to help things, and it's not going to make anything better for yourself.
You think I'm sick? You think the explosion in the dressing room was an accident? Well, you weren't there, lady. And I was, and it was no accident. Now get out of here! Get out!
What do you think?
Why don't you get over to Peggy Sullivan's house? If this guy's gonna make his move, I want one of us to be there. I'm gonna check out his workshop.
wasn't the one that Talon was referring to on Bresley's tape. He wasn't after her at all.
Looks that way, doesn't it? Knowing his old girlfriend was involved with Hendricks. That would make Talon nuts, wouldn't it? This is L56. Patch me through to a Lieutenant DeMarco and missing persons, would you?
I do for you, Hunter.
Lou, we've been trying to locate a woman by the name of Cindy Larwin. Now, we've tried her last known address and her parents' house. We've come up with nothing. Now, you're the expert. We want you to find her for us. I've got a name and a number for you. Peggy Sullivan, 555-3792. Now, she'll be able to give you some information to start off with.
Okay, got it. But can I ask you the same question I always ask with a missing person? You really think they're missing or you think they're dead?
Well, I don't know the answer to that, but we're about to do something that might just answer that question for all of us. L56 out.
You're sure Talon's after her?
Who wouldn't bet against it?
All you got to do is get the studio to take out an ad in tomorrow morning's trades. Cindy Larwin is going to be a guest actress on one of your television shows.
It's no problem. There's no way anyone can get on this lot who isn't authorized to. We have armed guards at all 3 gates, and David Talon knows that. He won't show.
Sam, this is Harry over in maintenance. We've got a bloomin' leak over on stage 4. A bloody pipe's busted. I called Wilcox Plumbing. Shoot 'em through when they get there, will you, Guy? Got a call about a broken pipe?
Right. Hold on a second. Soundstage 4. It's over the other side of the lot. Go down the road, you get the wardrobe. Can't miss it.
Got it, thanks.
All right.
Drop the gun right now. Drop it. Drop it. Turn around, put your hands behind your head. Don't move a muscle. Hunter, I got him. Move in.
I'm on my way.
McCall!
I'm okay.
Security? This is Sergeant McCall. We have a wounded suspect trying to leave the lot. Secure all the gates.
You're patched through to that number, Sergeant.
Dr. Bresley,
You don't give up, do you, Hunter?
your patient just caught a bullet trying to off another victim. Now, he's not in this hotel room, and he's certainly not going to check into a hospital with that kind of a bullet wound. And we're on our way to the Wax Museum. If this guy shows up at your place, hold on to him.
He won't show up here, Hunter. He doesn't like me.
Wonder why?
And if he did, I wouldn't violate medical ethics and call you. But I think you're headed for the right place. That wax museum is probably the only place he feels safe in. It's not reality.
Sir, here's the picture of Henderson you wanted.
Oh, yeah, put it over there with the others.
Who submitted this one, sir?
Fowler.
I didn't know you were considering Hunter, sir.
Come in, Hunter, McCall.
Want to see us?
I just got word on the car you're using. You didn't take the one I ordered for you. Why?
Well, I figured it was a memo mix-up. You know, with the high-speed chase and all, I thought you might be saving that car for somebody like Bernie.
Hunter, next time somebody tells you I gave an order, take their word for it. I gave it and I meant it. Right?
Right. Let me ask you a question. Why is my picture in here?
It was sent in as a possibility for the recruitment poster.
Oh, listen, don't do that. Don't consider me for that, okay? I don't like publicity.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Hunter. But don't worry about it. You're not under consideration. Neither you, Terwilliger. Neither of those guys. As a matter of fact, if you want to see who I'm going to use in the poster, take a look.